so many of the citizens of this apartment complex showed immediately after the accident. It was citizens that dragged our air crew to safety out of the fire zone. It was citizens that stepped up and helped move those hoses. It was citizens who evacuated the other inhabitants of the apartment complex and got that going and saved them from the fires that went through those buildings. And it came from an awful lot of people who didn't have an awful lot. We're going to come in sort of in a parallel activity and work our way from the outside in, gathering all the parts, examining the parts. We will take all those parts and put them into hangar 23 over at NAS Oceana and lay them all out and start doing the detailed examination of what we find, looking at all the tapes, listening to all the tapes. We'll get the data recorders from the aircraft. It's going to take weeks to put this all together, as you might expect. A lot of those parts are scattered around and very, very small. We have to examine all of them. Very experienced instructor pilot who was in the back seat. We had a pilot who had gone through an extraordinary long part of the syllabus, flying in the front. I'm very, very confident in the skills and knowledge of our air crew. They hung with that aircraft till the last possible moment on ejection, trying to recover the aircraft and get it to safety.
Admiral, considering the damage that was done because of the crash, were you surprised that there were no fatalities?
Yes, I was quite surprised, to be very honest with you. When I first talked with the mayor yesterday, very shortly after the crash, I had seen the location here. I was familiar with this area. I knew it was well populated. I knew that the aircraft had just taken off to start a mission, so it had a full capacity for fuel. It was loaded up heavily with fuel. So I just must admit I felt the worst was yet to come on this. You know, I don't speak for anybody's religious beliefs, but the mayor and I both agreed that you know, if you want to define a miracle, what happened here yesterday meets that definition for me.
You mentioned that the partnership with Virginia Beach